Hi, my name is Mariamai Brhanu. I am by profession a civil engineer. I've been working in civil engineering for about 10 years now, and I also did my master's in civil engineering. So I learned about the Take for Dave program on Facebook, and when I saw it, I was actually excited because it said a 6 months program. It used to worry me if I joined Take, it would take me like the usual university programs, maybe 5 years, 4 years. I used to think like that. So when I saw it was a 6 months program, it relieved me. And so I took the exam, and fortunately I passed, which was really great for me. I used to think that it was a complicated thing. Coding, whatever Take courses, I used to think they were very complicated. And when I joined, I learned that coding is simply a language, and you learn just like you learn French, just like you learn English, and like you learn language to programming language. So that's the first thing, that I learned when I joined the Tech for Dev program. I joined the data science program. So with everything is all about solution giving and all about making good business decisions. So it's all about simplifying things, which really rhymes with my thinking pattern. I learned how to think, I learned how to ask critical questions, and I also learned how to, answer those questions critically and to the point. And I also learned that how I can, with the soft skills and everything, how I can communicate what I have worked on, because there are layman people and there are also people like us. So they have to integrate, in order to understand each other. And that I learned it through visualizations and also through the soft skills. So it was a really good 6 months stay for me. Thank God I managed it. So this seems like how my Tech for Dave story is. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Mulayo Abrahams, and I am a digital media associate at Tech for Dev. I'll be with you on this info session of the Women Techsters Bootcamp Cohort 3.4. Please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. You're welcome. I'm excited to have everyone here, and welcome once again to the Women Techsters Bootcamp Cohort 3.4 info session. So I won't be doing this alone. I have with me my colleague, Favor Oleloa. I'll be bringing her up shortly so that she can introduce herself and also tell us a little bit about the Women Techsters Bootcamp. Hi, Favor.
Hi, Molayo. Hi, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, everyone on the call as well. Thank you so much for having me on this session. Like she has introduced, my name is Favor Onelwa, and I work with the Women Techsters Bootcamp team here at Tech for Dev. And I'll be running through the application process as well as the Women Techsters Bootcamp structure from the beginning to the end. It's so nice to have you guys on the call. Thank you so much for having me, Molayo. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Favor. It's good to have you here. So shortly before we get into the info session proper, comments in the comment box. Thank you so much. All right, I'm not sure how to pronounce this name, but she says she's from Zambia and can't wait to attend the class so much. We love that you are here. Welcome, welcome. So, in case you're here and you know someone that might be interested in this, please do well to share to a friend. Let them join this info session and be a part of it, because we are here to answer all your questions. Any question you might have, please do well to drop it in the comment section below, and we will be there to answer you. All right, so I would pass it on to Favor. All right, so that Favor can give us an idea of what the Women Textile Bootcamp is.
Okay, thank you so much, Mulayo. So I'll be basically running you through the Women Textiles Bootcamp process, but I would like to start with a brief introduction of what the Women Textiles is all about. So, the Women Textiles Initiative is an initiative under Tech for Dev where we get to have five different programs with the aim to bridge the digital divide gap between men and female across 22 African countries and beyond. So, we get to upskill ladies across African countries with basic digital skills that renders them fit for various job roles in the tech sector. So under the Women Textiles Initiative, we have five different programs. We have the Women Textiles Open Day, we have the Women Textiles Bootcamp, we have the Women Textiles Fellowship, we have the Women Textiles Tech Guest Drive, as well as Women Textiles Masterclass. But the reason why we're on the call today is the Women Textiles Bootcamp program, which is a 3 week training where we get to upskill ladies across 22 African countries with five learning tracks, with skills across five learning tracks. We have the product design, product management, data analysis, cyber security, as well as software development. So if I've mentioned any of the course that's been itching you to commence a career in, then the Women Textiles Bootcamp is here for you. So the Women Textiles Bootcamp is a virtual training, instructor-led, and it runs for 3 weeks. You get to have 2 weeks of training and a week to work on your project, and you get certified at the end of the training. So that's basically the brief overview of what the Women Textiles Bootcamp is all about. I had mentioned that it's a 3 weeks training for ladies across 22 African countries across five learning tracks: data analysis, product design, product management, software development, and cyber security. So that's just a brief overview of what the Women Textiles Bootcamp is all about. Over to you, Mulayo.
All right, thank you so much, Favor. Thank you very much. So while you were speaking, I could see some more comments in the comment section. So before we go ahead into the question and answer session, I would love to meet everyone here listening to this info session. I want to know where you're from. So I'm going to start with myself. My name is Molayo Abrahams, and I am from Nigeria. So please, if you can hear me, drop it in the comment section. We want to see you and know where you're from. If you're from Zambia, if you're from Ghana, wherever country you're from, even if you're from Nigeria, we'd love to meet you. Please drop your name in the comment section and where you're from. We'll be waiting to see that. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. All right. One more time. Hi, Favor. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can, loud and clear, Mulayo.
All right. So I would love us to go directly into question and answer session. So basically, when you were explaining about the Women Textile Bootcamp the other time, I wasn't sure if you mentioned, personally, if I'm to apply for the Women Textile Bootcamp Cohort 3.4, how much am I supposed to pay? I mean, that are involved.
Oh, okay. That's a very interesting question because under the Women Textiles Initiative, all our programs are totally free. I had mentioned that we have five different programs under the Women Textiles Initiative, but all programs are totally free from the application phase to the certification phase. You are not expected to pay a dime. They are all totally free.
All right, thank you very much. So, yeah, I've gotten responses. Someone says, my name is Evangeline. I'm from Nigeria. Hi, welcome. My name is Oluwadara. I'm from Nigeria. Welcome. We're so glad to have you here. My name is Favor. I'm from Nigeria. Okay. Okay, welcome. We have so many Nigerians here. Welcome, welcome. We're glad to have you here. Also, if you're from any country that is not Nigeria, feel free to drop your name in the comment section and let us know where you're from. So moving forward, Favor, I would really like to ask for the Women Textiles Bootcamp. I mean, you explained the structure earlier, but I'm not sure if you mentioned the learning tracks, basically the type of courses that I am able to learn as a person if I'm registering.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Mulayo. I had mentioned, but I would just like to further reiterate the learning tracks that we offer under the Women Textiles Bootcamp initiative. Under Under the Women Techsters Bootcamp, we have 5 learning tracks. We have data analysis. Okay, I can even say it twice if it means that everyone gets to have full knowledge of the tracks that we get to offer. So we have data analysis. Once again, we have data analysis. We have product design, we have product management, we have cybersecurity, and we have software development. All these 5 learning tracks are tracks that you get to get skills from under the Women Techsters Bootcamp. These are the tracks that we get to cover under the program.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I got more responses. There's Christine from South Africa. Thank you so much. I mean, we are so glad here. So, yes, question I have for you, Favor, is if I'm registering as someone that is a 9 to 5, basically someone that works 9 to 5, I mean, I have all the weekdays to work. How do and I probably don't have time to attend classes during the week. Is there any option that favors somebody like me?
Oh, okay. Just the way I'm on this call today to ensure that your application process is as seamless as possible, we've also put a lot of consideration into the Women Techsters Bootcamp initiative in a way that if you're someone that you have like a really inflexible schedule, you're someone that has to go to work on a Monday to Friday and you won't be able to fit into classes. So we have 2 batches for the Women Techsters Bootcamp. We have the batch A, which we call the weekdays batch, and the batch B, which we call the weekend batch. Let me just take that again. We have the batch A, which we call the weekday batch, and we have batch B, which we call the weekend batch. So for batch A, you get to have your classes Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So for batch A, which is the weekday batch, you get to have your classes Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. While for batch B, which is the weekend batch, is really, really flexible. You get to have your classes from Thursday to Sunday. Then on Thursday and Friday, you get to have your class by 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's in the evening. So if you're someone that goes to work, by the time you're back, you've had enough time to settle down and commence class, which starts by 4 to 8. And by Saturday and Sunday, you get to have polls. You get to run polls in your class that what time is it best for us to have our class today? Is it 10 a.m.? Is it 11 a.m.? Is it 12 a.m.? Depending on the time where you are. So you get to vote as to what time works best for you, and based off the vote you get to decide what time your class is going to be held for the day. So let me just do a brief overview once again. For the Women Techsters Bootcamp initiative, we have 5 learning tracks and we have 2 batches. We have the batch A, and we also have the batch B. The batch A is the weekday batch, which they have classes from Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. But for batch B, which we refer to as the weekend batch, you get to have classes from Thursday down to Sunday. And on Thursday and Friday, you have your class starts by 4 p.m. and it's going to run all through to 8 p.m. And for Saturday, Sunday, you get to run polls within your channel to decide what time is best suited for you to have your classes. So if you're someone that you feel like your schedule might not really fit into the timeline given, you have 2 options that you can pick from. If it is batch A or if it is batch B, you get to choose which one works well for you.
All right, thank you. So, I mean, we're welcoming people to this particular info session and all. So I would like to ask someone from South Africa or Ghana, is the Women Techsters Bootcamp open to someone like me? Or is it just, yeah?
No, don't say because we're in Nigeria currently. The Women Techsters Bootcamp program is not restricted to Nigeria alone. We get to receive applications from our 22 target countries, but guess what? We even get to receive applications from far and beyond. We have 22 African countries that we get to target. We have Nigeria, we have South Africa, we have Ghana, we have Kenya, we have DR Congo, we have Botswana, we have Mozambique, we have Zambia, we have Zimbabwe, Madagascar, we have Kenya, we have Uganda, Rwanda, Liberia, Algeria, Angola. We have quite a number of places. We cover Sierra Leone, and we get to receive applications from even far and beyond. We receive applications from way far as China. We have from UAE, that's Dubai. We have from the United Kingdom as well as Cameroon. We get to receive applications from all these places. So the Women Techsters Bootcamp, or just let me say the Women Techsters Initiative is not restricted to just Nigeria or some few countries. I've listed 22 African countries that we get to cover, but we still receive applications from far and beyond, and we'll be more than excited to receive this application because it just gives us a room for research as to how we can fully come into that particular community.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So before I go ahead, I mean, I saw a few questions in the comment section, and one prominent one is, how do we apply? Basically, for the Women Techsters Bootcamp Cohort 3.4, we've been talking about the Women Techsters Bootcamp of this session. So people have been asking, how do we apply? And I mean, I feel like that's a very important question.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mulai. I would have loved to do like something like drum rolls now so that we can
Okay.
express our excitement for this application that is coming out on Monday. So after this session, after you get all the information that you need, a call for application is going to be going out on Monday. I'm equally as excited as you are. And our social media, across our social media platform, are going to be making a post that says call for application for Women Techsters Bootcamp Cohort 3.4. So if you've been itching, you've had this interest, you've had this urge for you to just go into the tech space, have you been wondering what's the best opportunity or medium for me to go, I can tell you that the Women Testers Bootcamp is the best opportunity that you can come by currently. So the call for application for 3.4 will be going out on Monday, and a post to go all through our social media platform attaching the link for application. I said that you don't have to pay a dime for the Women Textiles program from the application down to the certification. So when I say you have to go online, pick a form, I'm not saying you have to go to a center to pick a form. Just on your mobile phone, check to our social media handles. You get to see the link for the application, and I'll just be giving you some tips towards the application, what does the application form entails, and the whole process in general. So we have two stages for the application. We have the first stage, which is the pre-application stage. That's when you get to go online, you click the link that will be attached across our social media platform to apply for the program. And we have different segments that we cover in that application form. There's a part that gets to get your biodata form. You get to just have basic details about you, your name, your country of residence, the city that you stay, your access to network, your access to good electricity, stuff like that. So we have a segment where you're expected to fill in correct details of yourself. So if my name is Favor Olenlua, I want to fill in Favor Olenlua, not someone else's name. And if I'm required to fill in my email, if I want to say Favor Olenlua at techfordev.com, I'm not filling Favor Olenlua, techfordev.com. I'm not filling Favor Olenlua dot what should I use, hyphen techfordev.com. So these are few of the errors that we get to have, and these are the things that we look out for when we're reviewing application. As much as it's we are excited to review your application, it will also be exciting for us to return that excitement by congratulating you upon getting into the program. We won't be able to do that if you provide us with wrong details. So one of the important things while filling the application form is it might be a little bit time bound, it might be a little bit tasking, but I just want to say that take your time to fill. There are things that we've put you into consideration while compiling the application form. So take your time, ensure that you read through the necessary instructions and you fill in your correct details. Please, I'm emphasizing this because this is something that we've had to experience over time for previous cohorts. So ensure that you take your time, you fill in your correct details. And another segment that we get to have in the application form is a part where we have to test your basic skills, like your problem solving skills, your interpersonal relationship skills, because in this program you get to meet people from different beliefs, different culture, different races and background. And it will be nice to just have people that are emotionally sensitive, people that know how to relate well with people, work with teams, because you're going to be having like collaborative activities, like a whole lot of them. So these are things that we get to look out for. How well do you interact with people in your environment, how fluently can you communicate, things like this are things that we get to ask and just cover in the application. Then another important part has to be the question aspect. So we have like few teasers just to pick your brain about certain things. So we expect that before you choose that, okay, I would like to become a data analyst, you've gone behind the scene to also make inquiries about things that you need to have, things that you have to put in place for you to be a data analyst. You have to have found out your point of interest. What are the things that interest you? You have to have your project and program expectations. What are the things that you're aiming to get from the program? What are the things that you like us to meet? What are the expectations that you like us to meet and even exceed? So all these are things that we expect you to have already. Basic knowledge of what does a data analyst do, what are the tools that they use. While the bootcamp is a beginner-friendly training, we teach you from the scratch. But we expect that before you choose that, okay, this is the career path for me, you've made like thorough findings as to what works for you. So we have a question aspect that has to deal with basic questions for the particular track that you are going for. It's peculiar to the track that you're going for. So if you're going for data analysis track, we have questions for you. If you're going for product management track, you have questions for you. So if you're someone that you're still stuck in between, should I go for data analysis, should I go for cyber, this is the time for you to make your finding ahead of the application on Monday, so that when you get the application, you're not being lost, you're not having doubts, you are certain about what you're expecting from the program. You've been able to make your research as to things that you need to know, things that you need to do as well. So I had mentioned three things now. I had mentioned something regarding your bio data, ensure that you fill in correct details that you can vouch for, that that is what it is. When we ask you for your address, don't say, "Oh, are they coming to get me in my house?" Please provide us your correct address, your correct phone number, your correct email address. All these things are things that we look out for. Another thing is the test for skills, your interpersonal skills, your problem solving skills. These things are essential in dealing with people. So we always like look out for exceptional candidates before we allow them into the Women Textiles Bootcamp. The third one has to be the part where I said few questions are going to be asked to pick your brain as regards basic topics and the track that you're choosing to go for. And don't, before I forget, I'd like to just reiterate how competitive the Women Textiles Bootcamp application can get. So I need you to put your best foot forward. For Cohort 3.3, which application which had just been concluded previously, we received a total of 8,266 application. That's a lot. And we got to accept 3,211. You can see the price, the gap margin. That's like below half of the people that applied. So I'm on this session today to ensure that you are amongst the next people that will be accepting into the Women Textiles Bootcamp. There's no reason why you should be on this call and not make it into the program, because you have a foot forward already from other people that are just going to pick up the form and just apply. So I am taking questions as regards to the application process, but I just briefed you concerning the first stage of the application. So we have the second stage of application. After the application was for 2 weeks. Sorry, I didn't give that information beforehand. So as soon as the call for application commences on Monday, the form is going to be on for 2 weeks. Don't say you have 2 weeks. Let me fill about data parts today. I'm going to come back to fill the problem solving skills aspects. I don't have time now. While it's nice that you take your time, it's also nice that you don't forget ahead of the deadline for the form. So I believe that it's just best for you to allocate certain time into filling the application form. So after the first stage, after the 2 weeks, we get to close the form, and we have a week to screen out for candidates. We have a week for screening, after which we contact our successful beneficiaries that says, congratulations, Molayo, you've been accepted into the Women Textiles Bootcamp Cohort 3.4. We're excited to have you. I know you will get really excited by getting that. But that one is if you provide us with the correct mail, because that's the only way you get to get feedback from us. So I was just going to say that when you get the congratulation mail, while I understand that you can get really excited, please do take your time to read through the mail. Attached beneath is an instruction that you need to follow to commence your journey into the Women Textiles Bootcamp training. So when you're reading congratulations, you have made into the Women Textiles program, there's a part that says that you need to fill a compulsory survey. So I want you to look out for that survey. Ensure that you're not just saying congratulations, social media, I'm happy, I'm so excited, I've got into the bootcamp program. Then you close out the mail. Ensure that you read through down to even the signature of the person that is sending you the mail. Is that important? So you see a form that you're expected to fill, which is the baseline survey. This form is administered and open for just a week. After a week, and bear in mind, only successful candidates get to be contacted after that 1 week of screening, and they get to receive the baseline form. So baseline form is just a way of you saying, I received the slot and I'm affirming that I'm going through with the program. So if we offer you an admission and you're not accepting your admission, it gets forfeited. And I'm very sure that this is the system in our universities as well. When we get admission, we get to pay acceptance fee. Just tell them that, okay, oh, I received the application and admission, and I'm going through with it. So you get the baseline survey form and you get to fill the survey. It's nothing tasking. It's just like a further form to just get details as regards yourself. But there's a catch in the baseline survey. There's a catch. It's required that you fill the baseline survey with a valid Outlook address. So beforehand, when we send you the congratulatory mail, we get to attach a guide that just runs you through how to open an Outlook account, a Microsoft Outlook account. So that account is required in the baseline survey, because that is what we're going to be using for further communication and also adding you to your learning channel. So ensure that you take a look at the Outlook address you're providing. It is very, very, very important. And you're not filling with a Gmail, favorlelo@gmail.com, favorlelo@yahoo.com, favorlelo@hotmail.com. While all these are valid as well, the requirement for the baseline survey is an Outlook address that says favor.olelua@outlook.com. Please just pardon favor.olelo. I'm not saying that's what it should be. But the most important thing is that the prefix, it should end with an outlook.com. That's a requirement for the baseline. So after the application, after you get the congratulatory mail, attached to the congratulatory mail is going to be a form that you're expected to fill. After filling the form, you get contacted, you get information as regards your orientation session, as regards how to join teams. So after receiving the admission, it is paramount that you fill the baseline survey with a valid Outlook account, because that's the only way you can get to keep your slot. That's the only way you can reserve your position in the Women Techsters Bootcamp Cohort 3.4 training activities. So you get follow-up emails in your Outlook address, everything you need for the training, you get it to your class, you get like a overview of how to navigate the learning platform, the things that you need to do, the link to your orientation ceremony to welcome you on board. Everything will be attached to your mail. But the catch is that you have to fill the business survey with an Outlook address and before the deadline. Before the deadline, a reminder will be sent from the bootcamp team just to tell you that don't forget to you received an application. You're here to affirm the application. So just be on the lookout. But please don't wait for the reminder. As soon as you get the congratulatory mail, ensure that you are doing the necessary, which is to fill the business survey with a valid Outlook address. Thank you so much, Mulaya. Mulaya, if you're speaking, you're muted.
Thank you so much. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Please go
All right.
ahead.
That I have here is what are the program expectations? I mean, we've spoken a lot about the Women Techstars Bootcamp Cohort 3.4. So if I am joining, what are the things that I should expect to take away from the?
Okay. Thank you so much for that question, Molayo. So while putting together the Women Textiles Initiative, we had put like a complete package. And when I mean a complete package, I mean a complete package for everybody that gets to be a part of the Women Textiles Initiative. I had seen a comment of someone that said, "I've been a part of the program. This is a program you certainly want to be a part of." So it's not just about coming in. It's not about coming in for the training. The training are instructor led. We get facilitators to come to class. So if I'm in class and I'm not getting anything, I have the right to say, "Hi, Mr. Facilitator, please, can you go back? I didn't get what you said." So these are not self-paced recorded sessions. These are live sessions. Your facilitator get to come to class. You get to connect with them. You get to flow with them as they run you through the training segment of the bootcamp training. But another thing that we offer is, aside the complete training that runs for 2 weeks and your project work as well, where you get to get hands-on skills. We get to invite judges from outside that are doing extraordinarily well in their fields to come on board to see your project, what you present, and give their feedback as well as accolades when necessary as regards your project. We also have like soft skill sessions. When I say soft skill sessions, because we want you to be fit for the workspace. There are certain things that you need to possess outside the skills that we're upskilling you. We want you to be a problem solver. We want you to have a standard CV. We want you to know how to navigate LinkedIn. We offer sessions like the first session has to be CV optimization, your resume. We get to bring professionals to review your CV and just ensure that you're job ready, because we've had our boosters go on from the program and celebrate getting internship, getting full-time roles as well. So another session that you get to have is the LinkedIn optimization. We believe in putting yourself out there. We believe in telling the world what you're capable of doing. So from the first class, we get to have our storytelling team tell you how to put yourself out there, how to have your write-up. And make sure that if you're someone that follows Tech for Dev a lot, you see a lot of posts of it's day one in class, and we started by launching this, we started by doing this, started by doing that. So we believe that all these things are things that just set you where you're meant to be and provide opportunities for you. So we have a session on LinkedIn optimization, networking, things like that. Then another session that we get to have is financial literacy. You have to be smart with your finances. We expect our boosters to go out to do amazingly well. And one thing that we need to upskill them is how to when you get to your employers, you know how to like say, okay, this is what I'm bargaining for, this is what I'm working with, this is what I'm working for, and things like that. So under these 3 weeks, this 3 weeks training, you get to have classes for 2 weeks, 2 weeks classes. After which you get a week to work on your project, and we get to bring amazing people across the fields to come and judge your project, as well as the soft skills session. We have 3 sessions in one cohort. That's a lot. That's like what you call a loaded project, a loaded program. Not now talk of you're getting to meet ladies across African countries. You get to be in class and you meet someone and say, "Hi, I'm from Zambia. I am from Zimbabwe. I am from DR Congo." It just makes it really nice to get to network with people more than your base, more than where you are based currently. Not to not even talk of the community that Tech for Dev offers our beneficiaries. We have an amazing community led by an amazing individual where we get to add our alumni of our programs. You get to meet ladies that are doing extraordinarily well. You get to get information, first-hand information. You get to get opportunities. You get to have free sessions on different programs. Just meet ladies that are doing really well. They get to like share their stories, share their experience, and it's something that every individual can get to learn from. So the Women Textiles Bootcamp is not all about, okay, they are coming in, let's just teach them how to code, let's just teach them how to do analysis. We want to be sure that you have everything that you need for the outside world. You are fit for a job role, and even you get to meet people. You never know who you can be at the end of the day. We've seen opportunities coming from different angles on the community. We've seen testimonies being shared. And if you're someone that is on the call, you can go through our page, Tech for Dev. You get to see testimonials of people that have gone through the program or just a lot of things. So the Women Textiles Bootcamp is a fully packed program and it's an amazing opportunity for anyone that wants to go into the tech career.
All right, thank you so much, Favor. That was very, very informative. Thank you. So, I mean, in the boot camp, the Women Techstars boot camp, what's the skill level provided? Is it like a basic skill level or intermediate or advanced?
Okay, thank you so much, Mulaya. So this one will just bring me to explaining the different programs that we have under the Women Textiles Initiative. So I mentioned that we have the open day. So the open day is a monthly event that we get to have. We get to bring amazing ladies, ladies that are moving, that are crushing milestones, that are doing exceptionally well in their field. We get to bring them on the call to share their experience. How was it like? Was it easy? Was is it something what were the steps that you take? What are the things that keep sustaining you? How do you get to upskill yourself? We get to cover a wide range of questions. We get to bring them on the call, and you can stay glued to our social media platform for every information that you need. We have like a very vibrant one. You get to get information as regards all these programs. So that's the open day. So during the open day, you might just pick an interest and say, okay, so I heard someone's story and I'm interested in going the same way, the same path, although you can't be anybody, you can only be yourself. So just after you instill yourself in that, I have the urge, I really want to do this, I have this itch to just go into data analysis. That's where the bootcamp comes in. Beginners friendly, you don't need to have any previous knowledge. Then we get to train you for 2 weeks, and just don't say 2 weeks. What can we cover in 2 weeks? We've had people get roles with just 2 weeks training. We prepare, like, our curriculum is just the best fitted for you. So after the bootcamp training, we have the Women Textiles Fellowship, which is like the biggest technical program for ladies across Africa currently. Our fellows are currently in class and it's a once in a year application process, unlike the boot camp. So the application for the fellowship is going to be going out really soon as well. All you need to do is also ensure that you are really, really active and you're always going to Tech for Dev page, turn on post notification for us to get all these informations, ensure that you do not miss out on them. So the Women Textiles Fellowship runs for 6 months and they provide like a further knowledge compared to what you've had in the boot camp. So we call the boot camp like an intermediate level skill, but you get to have like an advanced training under the Women Textiles Fellowship. Then we have the Women Textiles Tech Guest Drive. That's the advocacy aspect of Women Textiles initiative. We get to go out, go to communities, go to schools, go to speak to ladies as to why we are advising them to pick up STEM related careers and also go into the technical field. So that's basically what the Women Textiles Tech Guest Drive is all about. Then we have the Women Textiles Masterclass. It's a once in a month event as well. We get to bring professionals in the field. So to just have like a session, we can just say this month we're going for data, next month we're going for product design. They come and just take sessions for 2 days and just upskill you, just bring you up to date as to what the field is, what's bubbling in the field currently. So the Women Textiles Bootcamp, we offer intermediate level skills across 5 learning tracks. So that's the skill level for the Women Textiles Bootcamp.
All right, thank you so much. So while you were speaking, there are a couple of questions rolling into the comment section. Then a lot of people have been asking, what are the criteria for enrollment? I mean, you've mentioned it before, but I would really love you to reiterate on it for the sake of people that are asking in the comments. What are the criteria for enrollment for the Women Textiles Bootcamp Cohort 3.4?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I had mentioned it before that Be ready to learn. That's one first thing. Be ready to learn. Pick up the application form, input your correct details. Be a lady. All programs under the Women Techsters Initiative are for ladies, strictly for ladies. If you see any Adebayo Ojo and we see male, I'm sorry, you get filtered out automatically. We have other programs here at Tech for Dev that is not gender bound. We have the DSN, we have the DFA that is currently running. You can check our page for more information as regards those programs. But for the Women Texas Initiative, which one they call for today, is strictly for ladies. Be a lady, please, first and foremost. Then know the learning track you want to go for, pick the application fee, your correct details, ensure that you provide answers to the questions that are being asked, and just expect a follow-up mail from us upon confirmation of your application. So that's basically all you need for the program. You're not making payments, you're not paying any dime. You just have to be a lady, ready to learn, and you know the track you want to go for. Then just pick up the application. And it's nothing rigorous. We've made it as seamless as possible. And that's why I'm on the call again. Please, if you're on this call and you don't get into the boot camp, that means my work has not been done. Please make me proud of myself and ensure that you follow everything that has been said and you follow the application process seamlessly. And we guarantee that it's just going to be like an amazing decision that you'll be making. Thank you, Molayo.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Like you heard Favor say, please, if you are on this info session, please don't forget to share it with a friend, someone that you know might need this particular information session, because we are here to answer your questions. So if you know anyone that has any questions, please share this with them, let them join the info session. And also, please don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. We have all the links displaying on the screen right now, so you can follow us on all our social media platforms, because we'll be there to provide you more information going forward. So I have another question, Favor. I mean, this particular program comes with a certification, right?
Yes, it does. At the end of the 3 weeks, we get the certified successful beneficiaries, but you have to meet our criteria. Not everybody that gets into the program gets to the finish line. No, sorry,
I was
Mulayo,
about
please let me confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
I
can
can
I
hear
go
you. I was
ahead?
about what the criteria was.
Oh, okay, okay. So I was saying that not everybody that gets into the program gets to the finish end, but I really do expect that you get to the finish end because I'm going to give you some tips as to how to get certified in this training. So we have three things that we look out for as soon as you commence training. We look out for your attendance. While all the sessions are recorded, resources are available for you to go back on to learn. We require at least 75% attendance during the training. We expect you to be available during the training, 75% attendance. So we look out for your attendance. We have like an assessment that we administer weekly. So classes run for 2 weeks. Then the last week is going to be for you to collaborate and work in teams to solve problems, to work towards achieving any of the 17 SDG goals. So for the first week of class, we track your attendance and we assign you an assessment. It's required that take this assessment and not just take it, ensure that you put in all your whole and ensure that you do exceedingly well in the assessments given, because these are the things that we look out for to get you certified. So I'd mentioned at least 75% of your attendance. I've mentioned the assessment, the first one, as well as the second one. Ensure that you take all this assessment. And the last thing is your project work. It's not a program where we get to group people into 10 and the group leader is the only person that is doing everything. We're on the lookout for people that are actively participating in every of these projects. So we're looking out for you that okay, this, and we get to give you scores. So the criteria for graduation is meeting our cutoff mark, which is based off your attendance, your assessment, and your project. And believe me, all these things are things that you'll be able to navigate your way around as long as you are following the criteria. Yeah, so that's just how to get certified in the Women Testers Bootcamp training.
All right, thank you so much, Favor. So I would love to ask, what are the tools used for learning? Are we joining
Hi,
the class?
Molayo.
Can you hear me? Hi, Favor, can you hear me?
Hi, Molayo.
Hi, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I just want to be sure that you got what I said.
Yes, I did. I did. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, so I was going to add that, what are the tools that we're going to use for learning? What are the tools that will be used for learning? Are we joining the classes on Zoom, or is it Microsoft, or I mean Google Meet? What are the tools that will be used during the learning process?
Okay, for the Women Textiles Bootcamp training, make use of Microsoft tools, Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Forms, Microsoft Outlook. So for Teams, make use of Teams for collaboration. That's where you'll be having your classes on, and just your class. That's going to be your official learning channel. But for Microsoft Outlook, that's where we get to share information with you. That's where we get to share mails. Just that's where we get to share information with you. You make use of form in class. Basically, we make use of Microsoft tools for training delivery in the Women Textiles Bootcamp. Do not panic if you're someone that does not know how to navigate all these tools. As long as you're getting into class, we get to onboard you on how to make use of these tools, how to navigate your way around Teams, how to be on the lookout for your Outlook address for important information, just to keep you up to date. But those are the tools that we use for training, and we get to upskill you, onboard you on how to utilize these tools effectively.
All right, thank you very much. So quickly, I'll be attending to the questions in the comment section. So if you have, this is the right time to drop them. Please keep dropping your questions, keep them coming. Anything you want to ask about the Women Textiles Bootcamp and even this cohort 3.4, this is the info session where you are to ask all your questions. So I have a question here. It says, can someone who has registered before register again?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can reapply for the Women Textiles Bootcamp training. Of course, you can reapply.
All right, all right. Thank you. So, I mean, I would assume that this person was probably not there when you were mentioning it. The person asked that, how is the application process done?
Okay, that's another explanation that I have to make, but I'll just go through it once again.
All right, thank you.
So, okay, let me do my drum roll once again since I'm talking about application. So, yeah, right on time. I've seen a question that says, can we still apply? How do I apply? A call for application is going to commence on Monday. A call for application is going to commence on Monday. And across our social media platform, I'm going to be making a post that says call for application for cohort 3.4. And they are also going to attach the link. So that's what you need. You just have to go to our social media platform, locate the link somewhere, and just apply. And I had mentioned that we have three segments on that application form. We have one that gets to just get information as regards yourself, your about data, where do you stay, your phone number, your full name, your Gmail address. And I said that the most important thing in that aspect is that you fill in correct details. Please provide correct details for us. We need correct details, especially your email address. We're going to be reaching out to you in case you get into the program via your email address, and you don't want us to be sending your congratulatory mail to another address, or even not even getting it to you because it's going to bounce at the end of the day. So another segment that I've mentioned is where we get to test you for certain skills like problem solving skills, communication skills, collaborative skills, all this kind of thing. We have questions that says, if you're in a group and you have an issue with someone, how would you find your way around it? We just want to pick your brain as to how you get to solve conflicts, you get to prefer solutions to problems, things like that. Then the third one has to be a question segment. I said that while it's a beginner friendly program, we expect that if you're coming on board, you know what you're coming on for. I want to be a data analyst, and you've made necessary research as to what being a data analyst entails. What is the whole process like? What are the things that I need to know? All these kind of things, you have basic knowledge as regards this field. So these questions are just like minor teasers, just to pick your brain and say, okay, do you know this? Do you know that? Do you know this? But it will be so nice. And I'd like you to just take your time to answer those questions, because they are also like paramount criteria in selection of beneficiaries that will be getting into the program. I also mentioned previously that the Women Textiles Bootcamp application is really, really, really competitive. For the last cohort, we had received over 8,000 application, out of which we had shortlisted just 3,211. I am on this call today so that you get to be amongst the 3,211 for cohort 3.4. So that's just the first stage of application, and application is going to run for 2 weeks. So if you're someone that you are really curious about this application, then on Monday you should be no other place other than Tech for Dev page, be it Facebook, be it Twitter, be it LinkedIn, be it Instagram. We're going to be posting the updates across all our social media platforms. Just reach out for the link and commence your application. And when I say commence, please finish it immediately. Don't say I will come back to it. Let me just fill the upper part, I will back. While it's good for you to take your time, it's also very dangerous because there's a timeline which is 2 weeks. The form is only going to be available for 2 weeks. So if you want to be a part of this cohort, ensure that you meet that deadline and you apply before the deadline. The deadline is also going to be indicated on the flyer that will be going out, as well as the write-up. So that's the first stage of application. But for the second stage, which I had mentioned, is the baseline survey feeling. You get to receive a congratulatory mail that you've made it into the program, but don't just get overly excited and not read through the mail. There's going to be a form that you're expected to fill to affirm that you're accepting the admission that's been provided for you. So we're also on the lookout for that. And one important thing while filling the baseline is the outlook. I had seen a question that says the outlook aspect. So for the second stage of application, only an Outlook address is accepted because that's what we used to add you to class and for further communication as well. So we used to employ you that please fill in the Outlook account. Don't fill any other accounts. You're going to get filtered out automatically. We've had people that got the congratulatory mail and they end up in class. Please don't be part of these people. Don't join their caucus. The program is online. It's fully virtual. No physical session. They are all virtual, from your orientation to your training to your graduation. They are fully virtual. So you get to join the session. We get to filter out people that do not fill at outlook.com. And I gave an example. At gmail.com, will not be accepted at the second stage. At hotmail.com, at yahoo.com. So if you don't have an Outlook account, upon confirmation of your admission, that congratulations. Even before then, you can just take time now. After this call, just create an Outlook account for yourself. So that's just basically the application process. Let me just say once again, the bootcamp is a 3 weeks training, a virtual training, and it is instructor led. Your instructors get to come on the class, on the channel, they get to share their screen, run you through. So you can just say, "Hi, Mr. Facilitator, I'm lost. There's something I don't get here." And it's strictly for ladies. The women Techstars programs are strictly for ladies. I had said that if you're a guy and you're looking for a way to navigate your way into tech as well, Tech for Dev is not gender bound. We have programs, multiple programs that you can venture into. I mentioned that we have the DSN, we have the DFA that is currently running. I'm very sure that you're going to get more information as regards this. And this one, you don't not just learn, you even get to win via when you learn. So you can just check our Instagram page, sorry, our social media page for information as regards this if you're a guy. But ladies, you're meant to be on the call with me right now because this opportunity is for you guys. So we offer training for 3 weeks, virtual training, instructor led, across 5 learning tracks: product design, product management, data analysis, cybersecurity, and software development. So that's just a brief overview of the Women Techstars Bootcamp training. Thank you, Molayo.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, Favor. That was very, very explanatory. So also, you mentioned the other time, I would like to add, so once the registration is out, you'll definitely find it on our social media page. And also you can click the link in our bio. So for every post we make sure to mention that you can click the link in our bio. So once the registration link is out, please find your way to our bio and click on the link, and then you can register. So I also have a question here. The person says, can we drop a street address in case we do not have a house name yet? I think that's for the registration part.
Okay. Okay, so for the registration, yeah, that works really fine. Just ensure that your country is being captured as well as the city that you are in. And if your country is not being indicated amongst the 22 African countries, please do not feel discouraged or anything. You have an option for others, and you get to fill in what country you are representing in the Women Testers Bootcamp program.
All right, thank you very much, Favor. So please, you can keep dropping your questions. Keep dropping your question. Okay, so there's a can the
Sorry.
outcome be a work profile?
Okay,
Please
can the
share.
Outlook be work? Oh, sorry, I didn't get that.
Can the Outlook account be a work profile? I think it's probably in a person's personal account. So the
Okay,
person
as
is
long
asking.
as please go ahead, please go ahead.
So the person is asking if it can be a work profile, like a work email.
Oh, okay, okay. That's very fine as long as the address ends with at outlook.com, and you will get to miss out on information considering the fact that it's your work account. But if it's an account that gets really busy and it does not end with at outlook.com, maybe like for instance here at Tech for Dev, I say at techfordev.com, we really do insist that it ends with at outlook.com. So you might just consider opening another one just for the program.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So please keep your questions coming in. We're here to read them and also answer them as well. Please keep your question. All right, so there's someone asking if the program is online or in person. The program is online. It's the virtual event, virtual program. So you don't have to come in person to attend the program.
Yeah.
All right, please, questions coming. All right, so there's a question. Someone said, I've applied severally, but I've not gotten a feedback. What could be the reason? I think the person has probably applied for previous cohorts.
Oh, okay. That's
All right, so I think Favor has a little bit of network issue, but I mean, if I'm to answer the question, I would say you should probably check your Outlook account. Be sure that you created the right email. Once you get an email, you'd be directed on the steps you're supposed to take, which includes creating an Outlook account. After registering, you would get an email to create an account. So please make sure you've created the correct Outlook account. I mean, the registration link is yet to be out. Once it's out and you register, please ensure that the Outlook account you created is the correct, and then definitely every of the other emails that you get from there would reach you, of course, if it's the correct email address. Please keep your questions coming in. Keep your questions coming in. All right, so there's someone asking when precisely will the application be out? So once it's just stay tuned to our social media page. Once the registration link is out, you definitely find that information on our social media pages, and be sure that you can find the link in our bio. So once you go to our bio, click the link and you can register from there and follow all other processes after that. Yes, so I just responded to this a few minutes ago. Someone saying, good evening, ma'am. Please, I want to get this very well. The first segment of the application requires our email accounts, and the second one requires Outlook. Yes. So the first email you get is to your personal account, and then the second one is to create an Outlook account. You have to create an Outlook account, a correct Outlook account, so that you can receive subsequent email afterwards. All right. Please keep your questions coming in. Hi, Favor. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I guess that was like a little bit of glitch from my end.
Yeah, I understand. Welcome. So, I mean, I've been reading a couple of questions while you were away, and then
Okay.
we're still hoping to get more questions. Please keep sending your questions.
Maybe I can just speak to this. I can see a question that says, are we the one to create our Outlook email?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That
So upon confirmation of your admission, we send you a congratulatory mail, but we also attach a guide as to how to create an Outlook account. So if you're someone that is new to Microsoft tools, you can just refer to the step-by-step guide as to how to create an Outlook account, but you will create your Outlook account by yourself, not like we provide Outlook addresses for every single person. So if you're someone that is not very familiar with the process, you can just refer to the guide that will be attached to the mail, but bearing in mind that no other mail can be used to fill the baseline survey aside an Outlook address.
all right. Yeah, there's another question here. The person is asking that, please, how do I link my picture in Drive to my form, because I couldn't do that in the previous registration.
Sorry. Okay, so there's sorry, I had to mention if I'm very clear, there's a segment that asks you to input your headshot in the application. Is that what you're trying to ask? Is she on the maybe she can just confirm that.
All right, so please, if you can hear, Medina Lady, if you can hear, please confirm that that is correct.
So if that's it, you can just upload a picture to your drive, then copy the link to that particular picture on your drive and give us access. Then you just paste the link on the application. That's it's as easy as that.
All right, thank you, Favor. There's another
Yeah.
question. Can we use an Outlook account from the very first phase?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. As long as it receives email, as long as it's active, when you're being contacted via it, as long as you get to receive the information, yes, you can use it from the first stage. What is not accepted is using another address outside an Outlook account for the second stage.
All right, I think that's very clear. So please keep the questions coming in. Keep them coming in. There's a question here says, how do we get certification upon completion?
Okay, just like I had mentioned that from the application to the graduation, they are all fully online sessions, no physical session. We get to like share you a link to a database where you go and you download your certificate. And if you're having issues or we get to offer you a step-by-step guide all through. So we get to direct you on how to download your certificate. You can get it virtually. And you can choose to say, okay, I want to have my own printage. You can go ahead to do that, but we provide you with virtual certificates.
All right. Thank you. Another says, when is the program starting?
Okay, first of all, apply for the application that is coming out on Monday. Further information as regards the program will be shared with you. But first, the application commences on Monday. Ensure that you apply for the program to get first-hand information as regards when training commences.
All right. So another question says, is it after the class and certification that you can access the fellowship program?
Okay, so not necessarily, but I'd mentioned that unlike the boot camp where we get to have like concurrent applications, the fellowship runs application once a year. We currently have fellows in class, but the application is going to be coming out sometimes in the next few months, so you can just be on the lookout for it. It is not until you get certified from the boot camp that you get to enroll for the fellowship. The fellowship is open to just anyone as well. The screening phase might just be a little bit intense, but and it is not a 3 week training like the boot camp. It's a 6 week and 6 month training, but you don't need to get certified by the boot camp before you can enroll for the fellowship. As soon as the application is out, please ensure that you're picking a slot for yourself.
All right. Thank you. Another question here is, what is DSN? I mean, DSN is Digital Skills Nigeria. So I think it was when you mentioned that we have different programs that guys can participate in. All right, so I think that's a little bit of network issue once again, but I would just answer that question. DSN is Digital Skills Nigeria. So we have the basic literacy courses, we have the intermediate, we have the advanced courses that we also offer for Digital Skills Nigeria. So you can check the link in our bio on social media platform. Then you can get more information as to enroll. If you're a guy and you're listening to this, maybe you want to take some of our other courses. And it's not even just for guys alone. Whether you're a lady or a guy as well, you can take advantage of that opportunity also. Um, Welcome, Favor.
I don't know. Thank you so much.
All right, so I was just answering the question about what is Digital Skills Nigeria DSN while you were away. So there's another question here saying we are paying. Okay, we are paying. I think the person meant, are we paying for the form?
No, the form is totally free. We are not paying for anything under the Women Techsters initiative.
All right. So there's another question says, hello, so sorry, I am supposed to be in the 3.0 cohort, but I'm just opening my Outlook to see various messages. Can I still join the class? I'm in batch B.
I don't know who sent that in, but Cohort 3.0 was November, October last year, if I'm right. September, October, November last year. So that's been pretty long because currently this is an application for 3.4. We've had 3 cohorts after that particular cohort. So it'd be nice. I would highly advise that you pick an application on Monday and reapply for the Women Textiles Bootcamp program. So at least you have like a prior knowledge as to how the program runs already. But this time around, ensure that you're on the lookout for mails, ensure that you're fully checking your mails every single time. So just reapply for the bootcamp application that goes out on Monday.
All right, all right. Thank you. Please keep the questions coming in. There's a question here says, what are the list of courses to expect? I mean, you've mentioned before. Do you want to reiterate that?
Okay, so let me run it again. The Women Techsters Bootcamp, we offer five courses. Five. We have the data analysis, we have the product management, we have the product design, we have cyber security, and we have software development. Those are the five learning tracks that we cover under this particular program.
All right, thank you, Favor. So there's another question here. The person says, please, can we use our Gmail for the application?
Yes, you can apply with any mail as long as they are active and they are able to get informations when being sent into them. But for the second stage, it is important that you use an Outlook account. But for the first stage, you can apply with whatever address that you have as long as they are functional.
All right, thank you. Okay, someone's requesting that you please repeat the part where we're talking about in the picture, their
So I
form.
didn't get that more.
There's someone requesting here that you should please repeat the parts. I think the part where you were talking about linking the pictures, the headshots to the form.
Okay. So I don't know if you're someone that follows our social media page, you see a post that says meet the Cohort 3.3 boot stars, then you get to see our boot stars, you get to see their headshots, their country as well as their learning track. So for the purpose of this, we do request that you submit your headshots in the application. So someone had asked that how does she link her drives, because what we accept is the link, not an upload. So I suggested that you upload the particular picture that you want to your drive, then you copy the link from your drive and you attach it into the folder where you're requested to drop a link. So we will just go through the link and just download the headshot. And ensure that is a picture that, okay, let me just leave it at that. Yes. So just upload to your OneDrive, copy the link, and just paste it on the application.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. There's a question here says, how much is the fee for data analysis? It's free. All our programs are free. You don't have to pay for them. And same person asks that also, do you have a location in Abuja? Our programs are online and virtual. So any information also that you might need in case you want to send a message, please go to any of our social media pages. We have the links displaying on the screen. You can drop your messages. We'll be there to listen. Please keep the questions coming in. All right, please keep the questions coming. I mean, we still have a couple of minutes before we round off, and then we'll be taking some more questions within that period of time. But do you have any more information you want to share while we wait for the questions to come in?
Okay, while questions come in, I can just further say that the summary of everything we've done today is that an application is going out on Monday. You
Yes.
definitely want to be a part of this amazing program. Be on the lookout for the link and ensure that you're applying for the program. It's a 3 weeks program, 2 weeks for your lecture, and a week to work on your project. It is for ladies only, and we have two batches. We have the batch A and the batch B. Batch A is the weekday batch B is the weekend batch, where you get to have classes from Monday to Friday for batch A and Thursday to Sunday for batch B. At the end of the training, you have to meet the criteria, which is your attendance, your assessment, and your project to get certified. All sessions are fully virtual and they are instructor led. Your facilitators get to come to class on a daily to run you through everything that you need to know. So that's just a basic overview and it's totally free. I've been getting questions. It is free. Don't let anybody tell you that you have to pay for an application or something. From the application stage to the certification stage, they are all totally free. If you're a guy on the call, there are other programs that Tech for Dev offers that you can be a part of, but the Women Tech Start Initiative is strictly for ladies. Thank you, Mulaya.
All right. Please keep the questions coming in. Rounding shortly. So if you have any questions, please ask them. All right. So I can see a question here. A question here. Person says, are we learning all the 5 skills or are we to pick one to learn?
So that's why I'm giving you a task today, that if you are yet to decide what track you want to go for, make your research today. Make your research today. Know the track that you want to go for. Am I going for data analysis? Am I going for product design? Am I going for product management? Am I going for cyber security, or am I going for software development? Make that decision today, because you can only be a part of one track. You can only pick what learning track that you want to go for. If I'm going for data analysis, I'm going for data. If you're going for product management, you're going for product management. So go this weekend, look for what interests you and link them with a particular learning track, and just place your application on Monday.
All right, thank you very well. We'll be taking some more questions, a few more questions before we finally round up. So please drop your questions if you have not dropped them before, or if you still have more questions, please. Thank you. Please don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. We have the links right on this screen. So in case you have any more questions later on, you can just drop them in our comment section or maybe send a message. And then once the link is out on Monday, please click the link in our bio to register. All right, so I can see a question here. The person says, will the competition phase be virtual or physical? Do you want to take that favor?
Okay,
I was
that's
going to ask,
okay. That's Hi.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I guess that's an information that speaks to DFA, right? So Tech for Dev had recently launched a program which we call Digital for All Challenge, where you get to learn and you get to win as you learn. So we've actually launched the learning phase, and we actually had an info session previously. You can also refer to our social media handles for more information. But if you're yet to register for the Digital for All Challenge, it is open. And not just to you, we have different categories that you can be a part of. You can inform your friends within your network. You can just share the information as regards it to them. So we have a category for learners, we have a category for civil servants, we have a category for youth as well that you can be a part of, and we have up to 150 million naira to be won via this program. So for more information as regards to the DFA program, you can check our social media handles. But I know that we are currently in the learning phase, and it's going to run for 6 months, after which we're going to have the competition phase, and more information as regards that will be communicated. It is not gender bound, and it's just as easy as going up to the site and just registering for the program as well. We expect you to go on the program today and register and stand the chance to win prizes as well as you learn. So you get to upskill yourself and also stand the chance to win. So for further information as regards the DFA competition, you can just check our social media platform for more information. I hope I did justice to that, Molayo, or if there's something you want to add.
Yes, you did. I was going to add this for your question. We have young learners, the youth, and also the civil servants category. So you can, once you get to the website, you click on your preferred, you click on how to participate, then it takes you to a page where you can click on your preferred category, follow the other steps afterwards. But if you have any questions, you can go to our social media page to drop your questions. And also we have more information that might be useful for you also on our social media page. So I have another question here. It says, are you starting from the basics, please? That's for the
Which
women tech staff.
boot camp?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay. The Human Textiles Bootcamp program is beginners friendly. We start from the scratch, no matter the learning track that you're going for. So we get to upskill you from the beginning up to intermediate level. That's the Women Textiles Bootcamp. So it's beginners friendly. You don't have to be certified. You don't have to be, I know how to code. I can run this. I can do this. Just come on board and be ready to learn. That's a very, very important thing. Be ready to learn.
All right. So I'll take this last question and then we can round up from there. So there's a question that says, I think the person had a network glitch because the person mentioned that I have a network glitch. What type of email am I to use? Is it Gmail? I don't understand the parts. I think the person was actually off when we were talking about the type of email to be used.
Okay. Malaya, can you confirm that you can hear me, please? Because I lost you for a while. Hi, Molayo.
I can hear you clearly. Can you
Okay,
hear
please let
me?
me just go ahead then. So I had said that we have two stage for application. We have the first stage and the second stage. For the first stage, you are permitted to apply with any address that you have as long as it is active, as long as we can reach out to you via that address. But for the second stage, upon confirmation that you've made it into the program, you are required to fill a form. But this one is strictly only outlook.com. You're only allowed to fill in an address that ends with at outlook.com. So every other address at gmail.com, at hotmail.com will be automatically filtered out. So if you want to affirm and keep your slot in the program, you have to fill an address that ends with at outlook.com. But for the first stage, any address that you know that as long as an information drop here, I have quick access to it because I won't want you missing out on your admission mail. You can just apply with that.
All right, thank you, Favor. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining the Women Techstars Bootcamp Cohort 3.4 info session. Um, any more questions you have, please don't hesitate to drop it on all our social media platforms, wherever you might find yourself at that point in time. Just drop the question in the comment, in our message box. We'll be willing to listen to you and answer your question. So the session will be out on Monday. And once you register, you definitely get an email on further steps to take afterwards. And then you can become a part of the Women Textiles Bootcamp Cohort 3.4. Before we go, please, do you have any more advice or anything to say?
Okay, I just wanted to say that as long as you're on this call, please let there be a difference between every other person that is not on the call. I want every single person on this call to get into the program because you have all you need. You have the overview, you have the structure, you have all the information that you need to actually make it into the program. And we've also given opportunities for you to ask questions. And I can say that, see, if you want to get into tech as a lady and you need like the best platform for you to be on, it is the Women Textiles Bootcamp program. Do not miss out on this and don't be stingy with information. That's another thing. If you have this information, ensure that you're sharing it with your network. Ensure that you are telling someone about this program. Ensure that it's not just you get to carry other people around you along because the world is moving really digital now and you need as many skills as you can. So as soon as the application comes, personally you've applied, that's very fine, but ensure that you're also sharing it with people so that people also get to experience this opportunity and be a part of it. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Mulayo, for having me as well.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone. We'll be calling it a day on this session, info session of Women Textile Bootcamp Cohort 3.4. Like I said, and I'll say again, don't forget to join, to follow us on social media, all of our social media platforms. Check the screen, the handles are right there, and then you can drop your questions, any questions you might have. We'll be happy to answer them. So, till next time, please have a wonderful evening. Bye, Favor.
Thank you. Bye, Mulayo. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Do have a nice day. Thank you.